Oh, hey there, it's me. I'm the one. Everybody's favorite Van Halen. So, I'm a little bit pressed for time, so let's jump right on into it. So, before I was running with the devil, I was a young lad born in 1955 in the Netherlands. My dad was pure Dutch, but my mom was a mix of Dutch and Indonesian. So growing up in the Netherlands, me and my brother Alex were bullied for our Asian heritage, so our parents decided that it would be best to bring us to the US of A, where we were bullied for being Asian and not speaking English. It also didn't help that I was a classical pianist. However, I was able to turn this talent into a passion that would carry me through my life. As teenagers, inspired by the rock and roll of the 60s and 70s, I took up guitar and my brother took up the drums. We started a band called Mammoth and gained a lot of attention in the local music scene down in Pasadena, California. As we grew, we gained a lot more members and entered our final form by '76, Van Halen. Our career finally started to erupt when the bassist of Kiss saw one of our sets and offered to pay for a recording session and vouched for us to get a music deal with Warner Bros. By '78, we had released our first album and went platinum within 6 months. For you unlearned folks, that's over 1 million copies sold. So as the 80s came along, we were on fire. We released an album every single year and each one went platinum. So not only were we one of the most productive bands of the era, we were also one of the best selling. We had a special chemistry and talent that nobody else could rival. First and foremost, we had our foreman and singer, David Lee Roth. He was a real badass. He was a trained kickboxer and had a fight in him that crowds just loved. Then there was me, widely considered to be one of the most innovative guitarists ever. I created the iconic tapping and hammering style that became a staple of not only our music, but rock as a whole. Believe it or not, nobody before me really thought to play on the fretboard. My style was fast and it captured your attention and it instantly made our noise super unique. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll keep waiting. All you have to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love. Oh, hi there. So the biggest part of our career was the 1984 tour across North America in honor of our biggest ever album, 1984. These shows sold out and were viewed by millions of people, and we went all out for it. We actually hold the record for the largest stage set for a traveling band by weight ever. Over 175 tons of equipment and effects were brought around the country on 18 semi-trucks. And you know the big fat money started to flow around this time. Life on tour wasn't all guns and roses. The stress from all the shows made me turn to drinking. And I mean heavy drinking. It was a way for me to quell my anxiety, and it quickly formed into a deep-rooted addiction. In a desperate attempt to beat it, I switched to Klonopin, another sedative drug. Hey, I was good at guitar, not life choices, alright? On top of that, our frontman decided this was the time he would leave the group to pursue his solo work, leaving a hole in our band. Eventually, he was replaced, and this split our fans into two camps. Many people believed Van Halen was over, and that the spirit that David Lee Roth brought was gone. They think that nothing we released since or played live was the same. Others think that our replacement was just as good, if not better. To what extent did Roth's absence affect the course of Van Halen? For me personally, the threat of Roth leaving the group once his solo work started to gain traction put a lot of stress on us. So him leaving us behind allowed us to quit worrying about losing him and focus on the music. Other things definitely weren't the same. So, now, back to my personal life. I was the owner of a lonely heart until 81, when I married Valerie Bertinelli, an actress who got famous for the sitcom One Day at a Time. Now she hosts like a bingo show or something? I don't know. Anyways, we had a kid together, Wolfgang, who's still playing music to this day. And surprisingly, despite being a rock star and an actress, our marriage actually lasted a pretty long time, up until 2007. I hope to be remembered not for my shortcomings, but my inventiveness. I was a constant tinkerer, holding 3 patents for guitar-related inventions. My brain was constantly wired on guitar, and it led me to a deeper understanding of the instrument than anybody else. I was literally constantly thinking of guitar, and I was thinking of melodies at all times. I considered myself to be mentally ill, as I would lose sleep at night thinking of guitar. This actually put an immense strain on my marriage, since I could barely fit in any time for my wife, but in between tours and because I had to be constantly playing the guitar. Every moment I spent away from it was agonizing for me, but that's what it took to be the best. Although unfortunately, despite all my accomplishments and my dedication, I'll always be known to most people as the guy who played guitar and beat it. So, were my 80s rockin' and rollin'? Did you listen to my speech at all, man? Of course! Apart from the alcoholism, which to some people was the best part, I was on top of the world. Thank you. This has been Eddie Van Halen, out.